Man, nothing much, man. I'm just here waiting for this concert, do my thing and meeting a couple of fans and some friends, and take it easy in the meantime. I like to, when I get ready to do a gig, go to the area and feel it out. So I know how kind of what the folks in the area are thinking and feeling. And then I get on stage and the magic happens. Well, Mikey X is a roots artist. I stay true to the people's story, and the people's story is my story. And that's primarily what I do in my music. My music tells a story, tells human story, tells people's story. And I try to keep it simple like that. And I think as people, that's what we're about. I think that's where we all have our commonalities. The common thing that ties us all together as humans. This new CD is Freedom, and Freedom depicts that with all the things going on in the world, that there's not a lot that we could fix, but with freedom, and the more we give and allow freedom, the more we're able to forgive our differences and work around the problems that we have, to come to some sort of understanding that says, yeah, we all deserve the right to coexist and to be able to live to some degree with the measure of freedom that we all should have. One of the songs on freedom, again, is Wish, which is my basic wish for what I think would be nice to have in society. That we all basically want the same basic things, and if we could make all the wrong things right, this is what I would wish. Most of the tracks, again, are social stories. Freedom is the title track. Irie, which is just basically a groove. Some days, you're just feeling good. Everything is nice. The weather is nice. The vibes is nice. So you're just feeling irie, and you want to convey that. That's one of the tracks on there. Deeds is basically saying, before you start judging me, look at some of my actions. Look at what I do. Yeah, and that's the measure of who a person is and what they are, what they do, not necessarily the things they say. That's one of the tracks. Then there's A Little Bit of Love, and it basically says, man, with a little bit of love, man, we could do a lot more. We could solve a lot of things, because at the end of the day, we all want the basic things in our lives: to be able to live, have a place to have food, be able to say, hey, our children will survive and have it a little bit better than we. And those are some of the basic things that in our human species don't change across the board with rich, poor, whatever ethnicity, black, white, or whatever indifferences. Those things don't change, and I believe those things are fundamental. Then I've got a song on there called Vanity, and Vanity saying basically, you thought the vanity was going to make the difference, but now you're seeing it wasn't the vanity, at the end of the day. And that's one of the ballads on there. Then I've got a song called Exit 363, and Exit 363 is saying, it's been 3 years, 6 months, and 3 weeks and a day since the love died, or it burnt away, and it's just a relation story with humans, and that things that's gone awry a bit, but just wishing the best and hoping the best for the person. You can get my CD on Amazon.com right now. You could get it on MySpace at my website at www.myspace.com/Mikey X Assab, ASSAB. You could get it at CD Baby online as well. More retail places, but definitely online. But you could always link me on my website, and I'll point you in a direction where you could get either the download or the physical CD on my MySpace site, Mikey X Assab. We're looking at doing something maybe in Dubai. We're working on a European tour currently, and some things are in the talk to maybe look at China, which would be a beautiful thing. So hopefully in the next few months you'll be able to see Mikey X live and experience the Mikey X experience. This will be the infantile stage of the Due Season tour. Once we hit the road, then you'll see the Mikey X experience live and in color and in the flesh.
Cool.
And I think that'll be a beautiful thing. Well, I want to thank all the folks that work with me, my musicians, of course, Lenny, my brother, my inspiration. Jed plays guitar with me, JB, Sputnic, who does my mixing and engineering and my video shoot. And all the folks who believed in my music and just was supportive, and all my fans who bought my CDs, begged for me to play in more places, and were always receptive and nice when I do my thing live.